Ever wondered how to make a healthy oat cake with banana? Well, we've got something special lined up for you today. We're going to journey through the process of crafting a nourishing oat cake, brimming with the natural sweetness of ripe bananas and the hearty texture of oats. We'll even add a sprinkle of flax seeds for that extra punch of health benefits. It's a simple yet delightful recipe that promises a perfect balance of taste and nutrition. Stay tuned to find out how to prepare this delicious and nutritious treat. To start off, gather all the ingredients needed. We'll be using 2 teacups of sugar, but if you're conscious about your sugar intake, you can substitute it with a sugar alternative of your choice. Next, we have 2.5 cups of wheat flour, a staple in baking that provides structure to our cake. Moving on to oats, we need 1 cup of fine oat flakes. Not only do oats add a lovely texture, but they're also rich in fiber, helping to keep you feeling fuller for longer. Add to this, 3 tablespoons of flax seeds, a small addition that packs a punch of nutrients, including omega-3 fatty acids for heart health. Now, for leavening, we'll need 2 level tablespoons of baking powder. This will help our cake rise and become fluffy. For our fat component, we'll use 3/4 cup of oil. If you're looking for a healthier alternative, you can use the same amount of unsweetened applesauce. Next, we have 1 cup of skimmed milk. This can be replaced with almond milk or soy milk for a vegan option. For our protein, we'll use 3 eggs. If you prefer a cholesterol-free cake, simply use 4 egg whites instead. Finally, we'll add in the star of our show, 2 or 3 ripe dwarf bananas. These will give our cake a natural sweetness and a moist texture. And for that final touch, some sugar and cinnamon for sprinkling on top. Now that we have all our ingredients ready, it's time to start baking. First things first, preheat your oven to 180 degrees Celsius, 356 degrees Fahrenheit. While it's heating up, we can prepare our batter. As we delve into the creation of this healthy oat cake with banana, remember that the order in which we combine our ingredients can make a significant difference in the texture and flavor of our final product. Let's start with the dry ingredients. Into a large bowl, sift 2 teacups of sugar, 2.5 cups of wheat flour, and a cup of fine oat flakes. This not only helps eliminate any lumps, but it also aerates the mixture, making for a lighter, fluffier cake. Next, we're going to add in 3 tablespoons of flax seeds, which are not just a great source of fiber but also give a nice crunch to our cake. Lastly, we'll add 2 level tablespoons of chemical baking powder, which will help our cake rise and give it that lovely soft texture. Once the dry ingredients are combined, it's time to introduce the wet ingredients. Pour in 3/4 cup of oil, 1 cup of milk, you can use skimmed milk for a cholesterol-free version, and 3 eggs, or 4 egg whites if you're watching your cholesterol. Now let's talk about the star of our show, the bananas. We'll need 2 or 3 ripe dwarf bananas. The riper they are, the sweeter your cake will be. Mash them well until you get a smooth, creamy consistency. This might take a little elbow grease, but trust me, it's worth it. Once you've mashed your bananas, add them to your batter. Now comes the moment of truth, mixing. Stir everything together until the batter is smooth. The key here is to mix just enough to combine the ingredients. Overmixing can make your cake dense, and we certainly don't want that. With the batter smoothly mixed, we are ready to move on to the next step. The oven is hot and ready, and so is our batter. It's time to bring them together. We're now in the exciting stage of our baking journey where we unite our well-mixed batter with the heat of the oven. Let's start by prepping our baking dish. You'll want to lightly grease the dish to ensure our cake doesn't stick. A bit of oil smeared with a paper towel will do the trick. Once that's done, pour the batter into the dish, ensuring it spreads out evenly. Now, for an extra touch of sweetness and a hint of spice, we can sprinkle a mixture of sugar and cinnamon over the batter. The sugar will caramelize in the oven, giving our cake an enticingly crispy top layer, while the cinnamon will add a warm, comforting aroma. Don't worry, it won't overpower our main stars, the oats and bananas. Once our cake is all dressed up and ready to go, we can put it in the oven. The ideal temperature is around 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and we'll want to bake it for about 30 to 40 minutes. As we wait for our cake to bake, let's talk about how to check its readiness. The most reliable method is the skewer test. After about 30 minutes, insert a clean skewer into the middle of the cake. If it comes out clean, your cake is done. If not, give it a few more minutes and try again. Remember, every oven is a little different, so these times are just a guide. It's essential to keep an eye on your cake to ensure it doesn't overcook. You're looking for a beautiful golden brown color on top. Once the cake is golden brown and a skewer comes out clean, remove it from the oven and let it cool. Letting the cake cool is an important step that ensures it settles into its final delicious form. Resist the urge to cut into it immediately, and give it some time to rest. Patience will reward you with a cake that's moist, fluffy, and ready to be enjoyed. There you have it, a healthy oatcake with banana, ready to be enjoyed. Let's take a quick trip down memory lane, shall we? We started with a harmonious blend of sugar, wheat flour, fine oat flakes, and flax seeds, all of which contribute to the high fiber content of this cake. Following that, we added baking powder, oil, milk, and eggs or egg whites if you're keeping an eye on your cholesterol. We topped it off with ripe bananas, adding a natural sweetness and a wealth of nutrients. This cake isn't just a treat for your taste buds, it's also a heart-friendly choice, thanks to the oats and flax seeds. What's more, it's versatile. Feel free to experiment with your favorite fruits or spices. Maybe toss in some blueberries next time or sprinkle a dash of nutmeg for a warm, aromatic twist. Thank you for joining me today. Remember, healthy eating can be delicious too. Until next time, happy baking.